I think the biggest trend, and by that I mean sort of tension, that we're going to be contending with in 2019 is big data. And by that I mean how we personalize the online experience with the data points that we have. And by trend, I also mean we've got all these sort of pros and cons. So the consumer experience can be tracked, can be measured in so many ways. And we have all these tools that do that. You can, from the basic, algorithms saying recommended for you, to personalized email marketing, to specific landing pages being customized to users. So a vegetarian might be looking at knives, and they might see an image of a knife chopping a cabbage instead of a knife chopping a steak, right? We can be so personalized with big data. And people want this. People really want this. In a Cloud IQ study recently, over half of people said they want personalized shopping experiences online. But they're also afraid of it. And so we have the GDPR is taking its first victims. We have a similar data privacy law just passed in California. We have more countries and states looking at data privacy issues. And we also have the Cambridge Analytica scandal, which really took down Facebook in a way and made people even more afraid of data. So people want it and fear it. And I think that is going to be the biggest thing we're dealing with in 2019.
I think perhaps one of the hottest trends, if not the hottest trend, is the move to voice for our customers, for customers overall. Customers are expecting that they're going to be able to search through voice and to interact with brands through voice as well. And we see that both on the demand side, but we also see that a lot of e-commerce companies are planning to make their move there, both on the mobile side, but also on these voice-first platforms like Alexa and Google Assistant.
I like the question because it is, I mean, on the fair here, you can take a walk around and you see all the trends in 2019 or even further on. And what I really think, in my own opinion, is that artificial intelligence it is actually a must-have at the end of this year, but also voice commerce. I think that is coming with Alexa, with Cortana, but Siri, etc. There's so much potential in voice commerce, which some companies already use, but most of them start getting into it. So we have a nice, pretty showcase with us, brought with us the HoloLens, where you can see with the Microsoft HoloLens some application, and you can take out parts and order single parts out of a complete machine, for example.
Increase importance of AI and machine learning, right? And this is basically giving the personalized content on the website, prediction analysis for e-shoppers, right? So when the customer will buy next, this is what I think would be coming in next year. And the third thing I would like to mention is RCS, Rich Communication Services. So this is something like text message, but it contains a rich messaging, right? So imagine that you can send over different colors of the background of the text message. You can add 100 people to the conversation. You can send, for example, click to action button in the message. So I think this is something that Google has worked on in the recent, 3 or 4 years. So I hope it will coming soon to the market.
I think it will be everything around the intelligent customer experience. Everything needs to be tailored around the customer experience. We see a lot of great e-commerce players who tailor their offerings in order to provide a really great customer experience and to make that intelligent, to make that scalable. I think this is one of the main challenges and one of the hottest trends in 2019. I think this trend will prevail for a couple of years, and will be absolutely interesting to see how companies are going to tackle that topic.
I think that what we see in the e-commerce business right now is that it's going to be quite a narrow field. Everybody is going into e-commerce, even if the companies were used to just sell in their own channels before, right? I also think that what we see is and Zalando is a good example of this, where actually a lot of the retailers want to go more into marketplace action, so to speak, in order to be able to handle much more products, but not necessarily have to do the fulfillment themselves.
From my point of view, I think there are a few interesting trends. One trend is about the growth of the B2B market. We're dealing with a lot of B2B customers, and they're now heavily investing in online infrastructure, because today they still do a lot of the business actually offline. And I think this is an interesting movement. It's also very challenging because the purchaser on the other side in the B2B is a professional purchaser. So they put a lot of, let's say, high expectation on the experience and also on the product data, which we are actually supporting.
So I think everyone is trying to reduce their stock risk. We see shorter and shorter collections, thinner and thinner stocks, and many retailers moving into either back orders or drop shipping as their fulfillment methods in a way to completely avoid having any stock.
So this is pretty tricky, but from our past experience, we have some clients that ask us the same question, or we ask them that same question, and basically the most important thing for them is to interact with the client. So basically you need to adapt to the needs of the client. That's probably the most important thing that we need. So how can we do that? We do that via random channels. So you have omni channels, right? So basically we are here with web push notification channels. So our successor is email marketing. So we go well together with those. And we're kind of the next big thing when it comes to that, to just reach a person from a different perspective, because that's for e-commerce, the most important thing is to finalize the person, bring them to convert them. And that's how that works.